Yo, so what's going on, dicks and chicks? It is Pwn, and we're playing a little bit more Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I'm using FAL. The FAL. The FAL. What's the FAL? It's the FAL. I don't know. That was kind of a fail, but we're going to roll with it anyways, because that's what fat guys do. We roll. So anyways, I want to tell you about what I'm using right now. I've got the FAL. I've got the extended mags and select fire on it. I have a horrible trigger finger, therefore I always have to have select fire, which I recommend to do it anyways, because there's still a decent amount, and it's got that unusual recoil that is similar to how like the AKs used to be before. It just kind of like, it thrusts forward. It does this little humping motion rather than, you know, drifting to the left or drifting up and down. It does this like fake pump motion when you shoot, and I find that it's very, very accurate, very, very easy to use. I mean, the fire rate's not the best in the world, but its damage does compensate for that. So the kill streaks I'm running to get this swarm, this swag, this codename swag, today I'm using the UAV, the stealth chopper, and the swarm. And the reason I have that on is because I'm still leveling up. Which you'll see also. You'll see I'm playing very, very aggressive. You know, my number one role in domination, to always keep them spawn locked, always know where they're spawning so you don't get spawned behind or get fucked around, is to always leave two flags. You want to have A and B or B and C, and I go against my rules because I'm trying to level up and get as many points as you can. So when you actually get kills when you're on the flag, that's 200 points, it's all the bonus points. So you'll find that lately I've spent a lot of time hopping on a flag and killing guys, and I'm just trying to level up, get back up to 55, so I can start going for some 100 pluses for you guys. So you can tell I get extremely aggressive in the gameplay itself, but you know, without further ado, what I really want to talk to you guys about is actually this idea that I had. I'd say it was about a couple days ago. A commentator hit me up, and not a commentator, but a subscriber hit me up, and he was like, "Hey, Pwn, you remember back when you did Juggernaut with Every Gun Show, and you did Nuke with Every Gun Show? You went on Facebook, you created a post, and let everybody know what guns you were using, like 3 guns in advance. So, like, I'd get on there, I'd post, I'd say, oh, we got the PDW, the MSMC, and the DSR coming up the next 3, and I'd give you guys like 3 or 4 days to get those games together and allow you to post those as video responses." A subscriber reminded me of that and was like, okay, hey. So if you guys want to go along and do this journey with me and get a swag with every one of the guns, if you guys want to maybe gain a little bit of extra publicity or attention, you guys can go ahead and do these with me and post them as video responses to each one of the episodes. So follow me on Facebook down below if you have not yet. That's where you'll find what guns are coming up next, and so you know what to get used to and ready for when they actually come out, and you can submit them yourselves. So I thought that was a cool idea. But anyways, commentary topic. What's up, guys? Hey, how you doing? I was hanging out yesterday, and you know how there's all these kinds of new fucking shows on television, you know, Toddlers and Tiaras, all kinds of weird reality TV type things. I saw one the other day, was about, you know, people that won the lottery, you know, inherited, you know, $1 million or $200 million, stuff like that, right? And it got me thinking, like, what would I do if I made that kind of money, you know? What if I was just to inherit, you know, $150 million? You know what I mean? What would you do? And later on that night, I was watching Castle, which is one of my favorite television shows. I was watching Castle with my wife, and they were doing, there was an episode, I believe, on a guy that inherited like $100 million and, you know, this and that. And Castle was just asking everybody, what would they do if they did it? And everybody, right off the top of their head, they knew instantly what they would do if they won $100 million. And it stuck to me, because I'm like, I'm one of those guys that usually prepares for, like, a zombie apocalypse comes along, dude, I got a plan, you know what I mean? But, you know, I have this feeling in the show, everybody knew what they'd do if they got $100 million. The first thing, the second thing, the first 3 things you would do. And I've never actually thought about that. I don't know if it's because I know it's highly unlikely and I don't play the lottery, but what if you were to just come across $100 million right now? What would you do? I know a lot of people would like donate to charity. I wouldn't donate to charity because I don't trust charities. Too much were taken away. I'd probably try to buy, you know, or create a gym in a nice neighborhood or something like that to help out the community. Maybe do something that I can for people that need money, something like that. But I wouldn't do charity. But I know the number one thing for me would be to buy a house. And even if I inherited $100 million, I'd still keep it simple, $300,000, $400,000 house. I know it sounds like a lot, but I mean, I would splurge in that kind of moment. I'd get a nice little house, 4 or 5 bedrooms, finished basement, stuff like that. We'd hit the strip clubs, watch the booty bounce, you know what I mean? We're going to have some fun, you know? So I wanted to ask you guys, what would you do if you inherited $100 million? So leave your comment down below. Let me know what you guys would do. And tell me if you guys knew of it before I even talked about it. Did you guys actually know exactly what you were going to do before I mentioned it? Because a lot of people happen to know what they would do if they ever did kind of get that kind of money. But again, you know, I'd probably stick something safe. I'd save a lot of money for my future family. I wouldn't splurge on it too much. I'd eat nice. I mean, I'd hit Chipotle up and stuff like this, have steak dinners. And that'd be about the only leisure kind of, you know, sneaky thing I would do and waste my money on would be nice food. Because, you know, fat kids, we got to eat like that. So, and I'd probably spoil my wife a little bit. But me, myself, nothing special. If I was to buy me an E-toy, it'd be a nice old GTO. But that's about it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the commentary. Make sure you follow on Facebook if you want to submit your own, and drop a like on the videos. It really does help out a lot. Peace out, guys. Get it.